Look at that chat. It's got bananas in it. Fortunate Narado, Thorgil, Floyne, Neela, Lucaro, Stefan RBK, Becca, Devon Crates, Blackjack, thank you for the bananas. Greatly appreciated. And yeah, welcome back to another live stream here on the twitch.tv / the Xisuma, where we need more Chaos Shards, I believe, to do what we want to do. So last time we fought the Guardian, the Chaos Guardian. I was going to say Ender Dragon, that's not it. And we wrecked that fool. So we might need to go back there and get more, because we need to upgrade these to the Chaos level. Type in Chaos, we might just see... Yeah, there's the shards. Now, these come at different levels, but I'm pretty sure it's just the large one that you use in fusion crafting. So Draconic Reactor Core, and you make the Chaotic Cores. Now these are the things that we probably need lots of. Don't know what that's upgrading. Oh, it's this thing down here, isn't it? Although that only works on a few things, like the flux capacitor. Right, and then we need that. You know what? Ah, okay. No, we do need a few more things. Oh, and the solar panels. So yeah. Just thinking maybe there's not a lot. And then that. That's essential. Although we only need one, and then we need the Ender Pearl. We could make that. So today it looks like we can get into Project E, essentially. So we'd also need to make a Woot farm again. Maybe we'll do that at Woot. And something here will hopefully jog my memory. Mr. Bumblebee Bot, thank you for 4 months of support. Greatly appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Also, all the sounds, noises in my ear, game sound, me talking, something might be off because my GoXLR mixer updated. It did a driver update and a firmware update, I think. And then all of the audio settings got reset and I had to reconfigure everything, which was a nightmare. So, there's that. Yeah, so I might have missed something. Okay, hit a mob with a shard to capture. Kill mobs to fully program. Yeah, so you hit it, then you program it. So we've got to make one of those. We might already have an Ender Shard, yeah. So we take this with us to whack the old Chaos Guardian, then kill it again, I think. You can switch root farms between mobs by changing the controller. To get the controller, you need the Ender Shard. Oh. Changing the controller. Oh, I know, you mean the actual block. Yeah, we might do that. I was thinking that we'd rebuild the whole thing. Or build a new one, sorry. But yeah, like there's a lot of setup here. It might just be easier to change it out. I might even just change it out manually. But potentially we could have a block here that sort of swaps them over. Yeah, I don't know. Well, anyway, we'll go to the end. We know what we've got to do. We do need to bring some arrows with us. We have to go find another Chaos Guardian thing. Also, is that of any use to us? I guess we've got to type it in. Right, and then once I've clicked no, yes, maybe. Okay, uses. Nope, nothing coming up for that at all. Interesting. Now we can go back to the old place, can't we? With the advanced dislocator. I'm noticing the night vision keeps turning on and off. We did also and ah about bringing an extra capacitor with us. Maybe we'll make one more capacitor first. Which has... That has a recipe. Does that mean it's already in here? It is. Wait, should I make 2? Make 2 of them. Go on then. Does it make them using the system over here? Not sure. Right, so we could upgrade them to 640 million. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Did I read the noise in the air? Morebrick77, thank you for 34 months, almost 3 years. Absolutely, man. Almost there. Crazy, 3 years. Thank you so much, my dude. I got a hot cup of tea here, by the way. I'm gonna have a little sip. I've only been streaming for 5 minutes. This tea mug, though, it's like big and wider at the top, which means there's more surface area that means it can cool quicker, right? Often made me wonder why you don't see cups of tea like as a milk bottle. Wouldn't that help it hold? Hey, look, the night vision went. See? You need a conical teacup, says Blackjack. Conical, is that the term for the shape? Seems like when I move, it comes back. Right, so we're gonna do some upgrading here, and that's actually the thing that we need, isn't it? Oh no, we already have that. That's the upgrade key. So we need one of those, and then we need to click on an item, and then go to uses over here. Right, and this will be the same, and we did this 3 times, I think. So, golden apples, diamonds, eye of enders, and draconic cores. Golden apple. Eye of ender. Diamonds, and draconic core. Doing my best to remember here. That's the wyvern core, it's the blue one we want. Cool. And we've got to do this twice. I'm not going to faff about with the hoppers again for this, I think. Now we've got them in single item mode. It was one of those, 2 of these, 2 of them, and 2 diamonds, right? There's always something. It's the upgrade. And we got more noises in the ear. We got Blurberry. Blurberry. Thank you so much for the prime. Makes me think of blueberries. Baby Shark 3. Thank you for subscribing as well. Greatly appreciated. I've been away for ages. Could someone explain Chaos Shards, says Sim UK. They're an item that you get from the dragon. And I say dragon, the Chaos Guardian. You know, guarding that chaos. And we are going to go find it again to get more of these shards, because we want to upgrade these fully. But we also want to make other items with them, so we need to farm the thing, is basically the deal. Right, so now we go to the next level. Let's see, up here we go to uses, then we go to the next level. So Never Stars, Draconic Cores, hey, we got some gifted subs, Emeralds, and Wyvern Core. Never Star, Draconic Core, Emerald, Wyvern Core. Never Star, I've already forgotten the second one. Emerald. I think we needed both cores, right? Now I'm really concerned with like my own like focus, attention span, short-term memory, that kind of stuff, right? And it bothers me that I have to go back and check. I want to get better. I want to get sharper. So I'm trying to focus. And that should be that. Sweet. Tuna Sausage, thank you so much for the gifted subs. To Tangerine Lime, Joe Bidener, Little Miss Court, The Godfrog, Chirihana, Mr. Migo, Doc Ven, Link Legend 2, RDG99, Hardy Val Games. And also, another 5 gifted subs from Tangerine Lime to Furage, Zero Naught, Henry the First, Touristic Fools, and Vulgarus. If you heard your name being read out loud, be sure to say thanks in the chat. We always appreciate the gifting of the subs, and thank you again so much. I suggest looking at your flux controller and the flux plug for it. Make sure the limit isn't enabled. Okay, good ideas, Blackjack. Oh man, that's some really good tea. By the way, I've been drinking decaf tea now for several days in a row. I haven't had any caffeine from tea. I'm not sure how long it's been because the days they roll by, probably at least 5 days, I'd say, maybe more. And I've been running this experiment a little longer than that too. So that's got 512. Okay, so that's definitely been leveled up. And now we go put in the items again. So yeah, the purpose of this experiment was just like to assess my relationship with caffeine. Because when I drink mochas, they are so addictive. Like having a proper strong cup of coffee, the next day I'll just be like fiending for one. And like I don't really like crave one right now, but I know I'd enjoy one, right? So we need those. Can I press backspace? No, it don't work for us. Sorry, I'm half talking about caffeine. I've got a noise in my ear, and I'm trying to memorize this stuff. Never Star, Wyvern Core, Awakened Core is the thing. Yeah, so we need 4 of those. Actually, no, we need 2. They'll get made right in front of us. And then we've got everything else, right? We just don't need them. It's those 3. Ah, and slight problem, which luckily for us is resolved. Should see the second one. All the items go in. And now we've got our Awakened Cores. So, let's quickly blitz through these. So yeah, I kind of feel like I could just continue on drinking coffee without caffeine. It doesn't really make a big... Sorry, with caffeine. I can continue on either way. It doesn't really make much of a difference. But when it comes to having mochas, I know, like, I'll absolutely crave it. But what I'm thinking is tomorrow I might have one. I might treat myself to a homemade mocha. I've done something wrong here. I've put in too many Never Stars. And don't worry about the explosions. We got cheers and biddies here from Rakeen, saying after closer listen, all the sounds are doubled except X's voice. Maybe doubled sources on GoXLR or something in OBS, but something's off. What do you think in chat, peeps? Because I was actually looking at my audio settings before starting the stream and going, kinda looks like that's not gonna work. You know? Should really make some screenshots of this stuff. All fine for me, says 4Gil. Pay close attention to the music. Like, it might sound like it's doubled. I noticed it and it looked kind of odd. The other thing is, just because you're thinking that doesn't make it true. And then maybe, like, it's tripping me off because I'm being paranoid, right? Like, I appreciate you investigating, though. The music sounds a bit doubled, says Gobcap. I would know if I could listen to it back, but obviously I'm streaming right now. I think now that some people are paying a little closer attention, they might be hearing it. Let's go use the chest opening sound as a measurement of sorts. Like, y'all should be familiar with this. And we got Trustic Falls here with cheers and biddies, saying not to sound creepy, but I love listening to you. Oh, thank you. That's lovely. That's not creepy at all. It's quite alright to enjoy the sound of another's voice. Thank you so much for those biddies. Okay, so there's some agreeing that there might be doubling up, and I'm just thinking about how to fix it for a second, looking at my setup, but like doubling up of game sounds, I'm not too sure about. The doubling up of the music, I think I can fix. Oh, this is gonna mess with my head so much. This audio matrix stuff is just a nightmare sometimes. Because my music is a part of... Hang on, I think I might be able to fix this on the go. Right, where's my routing? There we go. So the way I've got it set up now... I can certainly undo the doubling of the music. I'm not sure as how it's done now. So the music should now not be doubled, okay? It's just the music, not the game sounds. Yeah, I think it's because... Actually, I'm really not sure. But that should... Okay, y'all are saying it's fixed. Okay. And then... Let's just try and... It makes a lot of sense that the music would be doubled, looking at my setup. But if we go... I mean, what about these noises? We've heard them a lot. Then we've got the chest opening sounds. I'm trying to think of what other sounds we can kind of make. Probably like mob farm stuff, gas tears. There's a sound over here we've heard a bit as well recently. Okay, peeps are saying game sound is normal. Yeah, it makes sense that the game sound is, but the music, I can see exactly why it doubled. I don't know if it was set up the same way that I did in the past. And I'll make a note to check the VOD. We're at around 7 minutes. And I'll see if it messes with my recording. Because all the audio channels are set up so that the VOD has all different things separated. So it has the broadcast mix that you hear. It then has just my voice. It has just the music. Just the game sounds. And then it also has, if anyone talks to me on Discord. So that's like 5 channels that it gets. Night Sport, thank you for 9 months. Greatly appreciated. It's a Twitch baby right there. We also got Rakeen here with more cheers and biddies saying, alert test. The alert should be fine. But thank you for the alert test. Bit cheer sound is louder than normal, says Sky Shadow. I had to reset up how the bits, so all the alerts sounded as well. By the way, I fixed all the stuff at the top of the screen as well. Some of that wasn't actually set up correctly. Like I was watching back an old VOD, trying to find an alert sound to figure out how it was set up on the audio channels. And I noticed someone was gifting subs and it wasn't updating on the screen. So I think I selected the wrong option. So now I'm in... What does it say now? I have to really like squint. Yeah, the last person to gift subs is always like displayed at the top. And that's now fixed for follows. But basically everything. Like I redid it all. And on the audio front, what were we saying? That the alert sounds might be higher than usual. It's possible. In theory, it kind of shouldn't. Right, I got totally distracted, by the way. We're actually leaving this area and heading over to this spot to check out this thing, which has the limit disabled, so it can send in more power. Now, it's using a channel, right? It's using wireless charge. Now, Blackjack will know, is this thing basically sucking power from... Is it that one? Wireless charge. This one does not have limit disabled. That might be all I need to do because this has, I believe, a larger than usual. We go... Where is it? Ah, look. Must have... What did I do here? Shouldn't have filled in those bits with it. Hey, what one are we looking at? Oh man, this song's my jam right here. I love it. If I had a webcam right now, you'd see me absolutely driving. Such a good vibe. So the one next door, I believe, to Woot Woot is the one that we would want to expand. Also, Blackjack. It is using a network. It sucks from the flux plug on the same network. Gotcha, gotcha, thank you. That's exactly what I needed to know. So it's this set of capacitor banks here that will give an upgrade. Now, I mean, we could just go ham with it again. We won't really know how much power it's going to feed through until later. That being said, with the wireless charging, we also use this. And I can't specifically remember why we wanted to keep both, but I'm pretty sure we kept both for a reason. Disable the limit on that too. We got Lovers Are Here for 3 months, saying let's go another month. Thank you so much, Lovers Are Here. Greatly appreciated. We also have tuna sausage with some cheers and biddies. Not to speak for everyone, game sounds good to me. Music sounds normal now, although the doubling wasn't awful. Kinda gave it a little thunk. Yeah, sometimes it can just, you know, change the aesthetic in a positive way. But obviously, I want to have, you know, whoever's music we're listening to heard in the proper way. So, yeah, gonna leave that one off. Thank you so much, though, for the cheers and biddies, my dude. Greatly appreciated. We got It's Retract here with a donation saying, hey X, have you ever played Limbo? It would be an awesome variety game. Based on how you like Little Nightmares, I think you would love it. It's basically the same principle, but with less focus on platforming and more on puzzles. To get your brain going. Well, that sounds what I would like. So I will investigate Limbo. Thank you for the donation. Appreciate the tip. Let me add it to my notes list. I've now got 3 things on this. Limbo. Like, what do I write? What do I write? Limbo. There we go. Thank you, my dude. Speaking of variety, I just had an idea today. I was like, I don't have to play new games. I can play old games. What if we played a little bit of Roller Coaster Tycoon just as a one-off? That's like a nice game just to dip in and have fun making some roller coasters, you know? I thought that could be a blast. But there you go. We got 3 Draconic Flux things now. Everything else here is essential. We don't have anything aesthetic. So we can now head to the end dimension after making some upgrades. And we could also double check our settings. That's the wrong one. For this thing, do we have auto fires on? We didn't mess with the shockwave. Right, we got full arrow damage. We should experiment a little more. Don't forget to turn the new flux capacitors on so they charge things. Oh, right, yeah. Thank you, Blackjack, as always. Charge armor and held items. See, I could specify them a bit more, but I think just having them on everything is the way to go. Notice how they're like flicking. Something's draining energy. Maybe it's the night vision constantly saps a little bit of energy. I'm thinking for old games just made me remember Lemmings. Yeah, Lemmings 2, the Tribes was just like an unbelievably nostalgic game for me. I played that so much as a kid, and the soundtrack to that is like, you know, memories or whatever. But I feel like some games, the gameplay just doesn't hold up years later. And Lemmings was one like that for me. When I would go back and play it again, it was just kind of like, maybe not, you know? Might just be me though. Okay, so now we need to mess with our movement speed. I don't think we have like a toggle button for this. Is that one movement speed? Yep. Let's just use the full 800 to get there. Or not. Speed modifier, that's surely the one. Oh, now I've got it. Is that it? But not when I'm flying. I'm sure it works when I flied. Didn't it work when I flied before? Okay, let's try that. Maybe that was the difference. Edit the chest for flight, someone says. Okay. Right, I think I know. I get ya. I get ya. So this is for running on the ground, right? And that's for flight. Oh, that's why I remember it being 600%, because that's the most. There we go. Lugaro, thanks for tuning in. Have fun doing whatever you're doing, my dude. Thanks for coming by. This is the old Stoneblock for the person in chat asking. This is the original. Oh, I should drink some more tea. Oh, it's definitely on the cold side now. Blackjack, thanks for the tips of the profiles. I'm probably not going to bother because I'm going to use it today. And then this will probably be the last time that I use it. But if I have to use it again at some point, we'll take that into consideration. Right, there's a tiny bit of that tea left, but I think we'll leave it at that. So we're going to use our dislocator to make a warp somewhere around here, you know, once we get close to the thing. We've gone in a different direction, so in theory it should just generate once we hit 10k, which is somewhere about now. And you can see that's definitely different. Okay, there it is. Is that the thing? Like, I didn't come to the same one as before, did I? No, there you go. Okay. So we'll go back, say, to this island over here and just place ourselves in that direction. Now, shift right click to open the GUI. Nice. Let's add new and call it Chaos 2. Chaos 2, the sequel. Then we'll lock that one as well. And now that means we can come back here when we need to. Now the flight speed for this fight I think is going to be a bit on the excessive side. I think we'll have it somewhere in the middle, about 300%. And I think that's it really. Oh yeah, we've got to whack the dragon with this. So that'll be our first priority, is just to give it a good old smack. Oi! Oi! Oh, you look funny. Right, did that work? Captured mob. Yeah, I think it worked. Oh god, I'm trapped. Now, we want to actually modify... Or do we? Did that hit? No, we want to get the explosion. Oh! I want to get that explosion thing going on. So, let's modify this. Whoa! Not yet, not yet. I'm not ready. Now you can see that the explosion actually hits it because the beam got set off on some of those. So we'll just do this to get rid of some of the blocks initially. This might not be a bad strategy because it's doing damage as well as the explosion. We just do this until they're all gone. Oh, by the way, the game sound is probably really loud, isn't it? Turn that down. Is it lowered for you? I forget how this mixer works. Did the game sound just get quieter? Hey, is it me or am I actually getting hit a lot while I do this? It might be that these shots are very expensive. Not sure if any of them are even landing. So you need to like strafe and then time the hits as well. Yeah, we're recharging. So the strafing is good. But not many of my shots are landing. Maybe we'll do a couple each time. And soon we're going to have to start to investigate to see if... yeah, a couple of those there I think have been destroyed because they're not putting up beams after we hit them. Did the beam go back up for that one? I don't think it did. Ugh. Okay, it's looking to me like I saw... yeah, let's get in a little closer now. It looks like they've got full health still, some of them. So I think what I want to do is focus on getting rid of all the blocks. Oh, I just got hit real bad. Your attack is blocked by the Guardian's Crystal. Dang. Yeah, I just kind of want to get rid of the blocks and then turn off the explosive effects. Come on. Oof. Oh, there's so many of them. It's like, there must be like 20 or something. Okay, yeah, there's a few that still need some explosions, some destructiveness. Get rid of those blocks that are protecting them. Got an eye on my armor. I'm really taking a bit of a battering at the moment. So we'll scoot off. Yeah, I think we got the most of it now. This one here is pretty protected. Dang, it still is. So we're going to turn off the explosiveness and then focus on a bit more there maybe. Right, yeah, let's step back, go over here. And we shall open up our menu, go in here. Explosion power, turn that all the way down now. I'm dizzy, says Dagger Dick. Yeah, this'll make you dizzy the way I'm flying. It's a pretty annoying, fast-paced IFOV thing. Right, it looks like we're now actually taking every one of these out one by one. The shield isn't going up. It looks like the health barrier is low already. Yeah, some of these look already done. There you go. That one was healing. So's this. Oh my god, move. Ooh, almost died. Almost died. And we got to do like a whole lap to figure it out as well. Okay, so that one's done. That one isn't. Done. Done. I can't even count them because there's so many. Well, I could count them, but I didn't start doing that. I think we'll probably know. I feel like we're about halfway around. Oh, it's behind me again. It's looking like all of these ones are done. It really is. Yeah, I'm going to say they're all done. And now we head down to the middle. But there's only two. Is there only two of these pillars? No, there's quite a few. God, they're so spread out. This area is just so massive. Oh, it looks like these are down already. Dang, maybe they only take 1 or 2 hits from this arrow and the explosion one doesn't do as much damage, maybe. Right, now that that's out... Whoa, we just took a big hit. Ah, we've still got that one that's full. Roller Coaster Tycoon 1 or 2? I prefer 2 myself, says the Thinky. You always got to play 2. They're essentially the same game, really, aren't they? 2's just got more stuff in it. Anyway, I should do a poll at some point. Find out if that's a good idea. Now's not a good time for polling the audience. Whoa! Dude! Right in the face. Yeah, might have to change my... This is when you got him. Oh, come on, come on. Oh, this is good, this is good. Lots of damage. I need to get a little closer though, really. I think it's the movement speed that helps. I don't know what I had before, but 300 movement speed seems to be good. Just keeping close to this guy. I should watch my armor, actually. Oh, we got it. Well, that was definitely quicker than last time. And we learned some good strats. This thing is now glowing, which I think means we did it. We also got an angle sight. Don't know what that is. Oh, goodness me. Wait, I just took a bunch more damage, didn't I? Whoa. Right, we better get in here and find... Do we just go to the middle to find the reactor core or whatever it is we're looking for? Yeah, there you go. All of that stuff, please. And a little bit more. I'm just going to scoot everything off the top row. Okay. And then we'll take the shard. Sweet. Now that we got that, we want to right click this and we're home. Dang, wasn't that simple? Wasn't that simple, peeps? Iron Juice, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the GGs in chat. You should be able to watch the explosion from the outer ring if you wanted to. Well, we're back here now. So, well, I guess I could... How the hell does it work? Shift scroll to cycle destinations. That doesn't... It's not scroll... Oh, there it goes. Huh. Becca11, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Sir German. Appreciate you doing that, Becca. Thanks as always for gifting the subs, and I hope you're enjoying the stream. Sir German, be sure to say thanks in the chat. Is this a good enough distance to watch the explosion? I mean, it's going to come from somewhere in the middle, right? Oh. Oh my goodness me. I think we just watched the explosion. Oh god! It's still exploding, peeps. It seems to be exploding when I get closer. When I go away, it's no longer exploding. Kind of cool. It's a really cool effect. Got a screenshot of that. Let's head back though. I don't know if there's more to it. It will only deplete entire energy armor. Yeah, I don't want to risk anything here. Okay, there we go. Security thing. This scrolling thing seems to be a bit finicky. Your render distance might be too small to see it safely. I did turn down the render distance. It's like on 10 or 8 because I figured I'd like, I'm underground. I don't want to like load up unnecessary amount of chunks, and I want to keep performance good, so that's why that's the way it is. So we got more chaos shards. Now what we need to do is turn this into a farm of sorts. Cool, I kind of don't need these things anymore right now, so I'll store them in there for the time being. And let's get back our good old dark helm with the night vision. Keep on the other... In fact, I don't really need the draconic armor anymore either, if you think about it. Like, having this on the screen isn't particularly helpful, so... what did we have before? You know what, I'm just going to put on... Get some fire protection. What we got in the way of boots? We've got emerald boots. Oh, they look nice, don't they? Maybe if I had some emerald leggings, it would kind of match my skin a bit. Yeah, look at us. Oh, we're looking good. Okay, that'll do. But now I can't fly. Which is weird because didn't I have creative flight through my beacon? Doesn't draconic armor have night vision? So does my helmet. I like being able to turn it on and off. Yeah, I don't have creative flight, and this thing is supposed to do that. What am I forgetting? I mean, if you look at down here, did I take the creative flight modifier off? Maybe that's what I did. So it's resistance, creative flight modifier is there. I don't understand that. Maybe something in the draconic thing is like overriding it. I wouldn't mind a little increase. 15%, that seems reasonable. Oh, the flux point doesn't look configured. It is. Could even disable the limit. That's entirely pointless. It's even taking the power as well. Break the control of the beacon and replace it, says Just Sufin. Well, let's do that after. That was dumb. Okay, so if I look. Yeah, personal nanobot 6. Place that back underneath this. And then no creative flight. Check the flex point. Flux point. Yeah, it's working. We just checked it. Hey, there it goes. Ah, we got it back. Sweet. I've got to say though, that 15% faster, I might like that. Anyway, now what we've got to do is go back to the Woot mod and find out how we use this next bit. Woot woot! What are we doing? We're using that. Try again. No, it doesn't tell me the use. So it's the control. We know it's the controller block. Is it that one that's upgrade? That one. Factory heart, that's what it's called, isn't it? Factory heart? Or controller? Let's go and check. Factory heart, right. What I need to do is press U. No? See, I've forgotten. Maybe I need to read the book again. And is it that one that I read, or is it something else? It's that one, I think. Woot guide. Which I can't see here. Is it because it's not from the Woot mod? No, it is. Huh. I thought we had that. Green and purple block, someone says. It's this one, which doesn't have green on it. I've got to remember how to do all of this stuff again. Looks like I didn't make multiple of those. So, iron block, iron plate, magma block. Don't know how long that'll take to make. In fact, if we ask for another one. Why do I got a feeling? No, okay, it did make it. It did make it. Okay. So then we need the magma block. Someone says 4th row, 2nd block. Hang on. We've identified what we need, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 2nd block. Factory controller. Ah. Oh. Wait, so that's... Ah. That's the one with the mob in it. Oh, okay then. Well, thanks for setting me on the right track. I see the mistake. So we want that. So the prism... Looks like we can make that nice and easy. Was it that thing with it? To make that. So, core die. And then the other thing we wanted was that. Where's the core die? Now, we've made one of these before, so I should have had that. Unless it's like a consumed thing. Right. Piece of redstone. And one of those plates again. Even though I only did this a while ago, like, it didn't really stick in my head. And I think it's just because I didn't particularly like the way it all worked. We got Tommy YCW here for 3 months. Hey X, hope you're having a good morning. Thank you, my dude. I'm having a great morning. I woke up and decided to have a cold shower. Last night I watched this video about these people that live in Russia, in the coldest place on Earth. Well, actually, I don't know if it's the coldest place on Earth, but the coldest inhabited place. 500,000 people, right? Oh, look, that's the thing we're after, isn't it? 300,000 people. And it's like -50. And they go for an ice bath in the morning. And I was just like, whoa, this is mad. And it reminded me to, like, I need to get back into the habit of having cold showers. So I had one this morning, and it really wakes you up, having a good cold shower. So, like, a nice start to the day. Not feeling lethargic or anything, just feeling kind of alert. Thanks to that. So we got to put those 2 items on top, I think. I thought I just... Wait, maybe I'm too close in general? And who's to say this thing is running correctly? Activate item with block, right click, upper left slot only. That all looks correct. Unless it's supposed to be on always on. Yeah, that seems far more likely, doesn't it? So now that we've got the controller core, we have to mix it with that item and this. So this goes onto it in place of that. Then we drop the items. It makes the thing, and we can activate our item dislocator again, and then turn that off. Cool. That's what we need that little area for, just to do that. Tier 4 Chaos Guardian. Rah! All caps. Oh, broke it. I don't know if it's safe to do that. They're both tier 4. Let's put the Ender Dragon one back quickly. This thing is 58,000. We'll round it up to 9. 59,000 RF per tick. If we use this, it's the same amount. Now it also wants Awakened Core as its ingredient. That's interesting, because that would mean our system over there in the distance gets automated in order to work with this thing. So let's go in and see how this works. Kind of looks to me like we could, if it'll let us import from any side. We've got the export done. We just, maybe we could use like a chest of a filter. Okay. AJ Main 12, 26 months. Thank you so much, my dude. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for subscribing. Hope you're entertained. Becca says, I love it to snow. It all goes lovely and quiet when it snows. I would like it if it snowed heavy overnight, have one day of snow, and the next day it all goes away. Because here in the UK, the snow always leaves the slush. And the slush sticks around for too long, and it's horrible. Like, you just get wet and muddy no matter how cautious you are. So yeah, is there a chest in this game with like some sort of pre-filter? Like, I'm almost thinking of a crafter by RF Tools. But maybe let's look at an RF Tools chest. I really like that draconic chest that we encountered. I think one of the problems we've got at the moment in the game is that there's so much tech, but there's so much that like overrides other tech. So things like the draconic chest are really fascinating for automation, but there's easier ways of doing it, and like sometimes it's nice to not have those easier ways. Oh yeah, I should probably then type chest. No, it doesn't look like it does have some storage thing. I don't know if it's got a filter built into it. There is also the interface from AE which can store 9 slots, says Blackjack. Ah, yeah, I was kind of hoping to do something like different, new. Is it remote storage? And then I think you make little storage cards. Let's type in chest again and just have a quick flick through a nosy, see if there's something like smart chest or filter chest. Blood chest? I wasn't expecting that. Does it store blood? We've got chest plates, loot chests, we've got these ones, personal chest. No, none of these really sound like, that looks kind of interesting, that block. Okay, so we'll go with the interface then. The other option is a drawer. Yeah, we've done plenty with drawers before, haven't we? We'll go with the interface. It will need to take the crafter upgrades. And then we'll need like end crystals here. Don't know why I'm breaking that. Doesn't make sense. Oh, sorry, taking items out and then breaking it because I'm going to get all the items. Reattach that cable. Right, now notice how it didn't do anything yet. It might also be because it takes a while for the system just to figure out where it's at. Now, one issue with this is when this farm is running, we don't want to use the other farm, I guess. Actually, I might want to make more than that. Yeah, there you go. Right, so that's been found. That means these things can get put away. That we'll want to hold on to for a minute. Okay, and then we'll take that and put it here. Now it should be making one over at the other place, and then it should go through and feed this thing, and it might give us it might take it and give us our first output. Let's see if it needed multiple of those. It does have a question mark, which is kind of weird. 1 per mob. This thing isn't turned on. Let's go down here. Now, we called it the Dragon Farm. Now it'll be a multi-purpose thing. And somewhere we'll have to make a control panel. Oh, wait, where am I looking here? Right, so it's spawning one now. And if we pop down here... Okay. It's still got one. I'm expecting it to disappear. Oh, do you know what? Do you know what we need to do? Maybe enter from the other side is one thing we need to do. Turn that on. There we go. That's quicker. Right, down, quick. I'm expecting to see it get taken, and then it'll be a while before the next one comes in. But that's not what we're seeing right now. Interface won't push, says Purefire. Right, but doesn't neither does a chest, so doesn't it just take from it? We don't have any in here, and yet it's just spawning over and over again. Let's check out the drops, right? So, Chaos Shards. We have 10. I think I think it's erroneous what we're looking at here. I think it said 1 per mob, but you're spawning 2 at a time. It could be that it's trying to spawn 4 at once, says Blackjack. So yeah, as I mentioned, I think it's erroneous. And that might be precisely why. See what happens when we ask for 3 there. I wonder if it makes all 3. I'm kind of curious how the system holds up with like stacking requests, like when you put extra ones on top of the previous one. Oh no! There was me thinking, it didn't work, but it did. So does it want 4? Is it trying to take 4? Might have to wait for the spawning cycle to end. Now there's no longer a question mark there. So did it get its 4 and now it's happy? 13, 14 shards. Now it's got a question mark again. So it needs 4, 1 per mob, right. And that question mark indicates it hasn't got them yet. So upgrading our fusion core things, whatever we want to call them, sooner than later would be fusion core. Okay, that's not what it's called. But the fusion crafting, I believe, is the one. The quicker we upgrade these, the faster that will be. So this tier chaotic. Oh look, that's literally the thing that I want to make. So we need chaotic cores. We need 10 chaotic cores. And that's kind of it really. And we've already got enough. So we should probably turn this off. For now. And then how do we make those? Right, yeah, didn't I say 10? So we need 40 awakened cores. Let's grab this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Need that many. And, you know, while it's doing that, did I cancel it? No, I didn't. Okay, while it's doing that, let's think a little bit about block placing. Now, we've only got 2 at the moment, but imagine having to choose more than 2 mobs. Is there something we could do here that allows us to pick? I'm also thinking about the space a little bit. We literally want 1 block behind it and then a tiny amount of space to work with. Injectors says just Sulfin. Oh, is that the name of that? Okay, right. I'm reading a little bit behind. Yes. If we have 2, it's kind of easy because you can just cycle. Like every time you change, you just go between the 2. Integrated dynamics could read a redstone value and place a block based upon the number. Integrated like that. This is the mod that I found very confusing every time I've approached it. Like, this seems like a difficult one. Entity reader, lock reader. Is there like redstone audio, network machine? Redstone reader might be it. Reads redstone values, and then what would that be in combination with? Block logic programmer, energy batteries, proxies, materializer. That this sounds like programming stuff. Variable storage, logic cable, display panel. It is programming stuff, says Elijah Bong. Yeah, I was also thinking, like, what's going to be on the other side of the redstone reader? Like, what's the thing that allows you to send the correct redstone signal strength? Captain J Prince, thank you for 20 months of support. This is my last sub message. Thank you for amazing content. Stay awesome, Xisuma. Thank you, my dude. Greatly appreciated. Thank you for all 20 months. And if you continue watching or not, I appreciate all your support. I think we're going to avoid this just based on having a quick look at it. Because not only do you need like a method, you need the interface. Like I want an interface where I can select and then it can properly handle the redstone signal and cycle things. So I reckon there's going to be a lot of issues with that. So if we go with every time, is it redstone user? No, is it something user? Mechanical user? I think that's it. So we need a block placer and a block. Do you know what? I think I might just leave it manually. Because I know I can do this, but it will make the whole thing look kind of ugly. And it's not like we're in need of dragon egg stuff at the moment. Then again, if we start depending on using both farms together, because we're going to need more dragon eggs, then we might need it. But we've got 7,000 stashed for now. So I'm not going to fuss about that. But yeah, you want like a block placer and a block breaker here. So you need a block behind it and a block above it. And I don't think there's a gap below it, so it would start to make the contraption look kind of ugly. We've gotten away with not a lot of that so far. Just get more farms, a nice circle, says Kjo. I don't know what you mean by get more farms. What I'm getting at is just, if we need to use both dragons in here, like over and over again, then we need to build a system to swap them over, but it doesn't look like that's the way it's going yet. I would make more altars for multiple dragons, says Crosstein. That's another option too. But like, this was a really slow project, and now that I've built it once, I'm not particularly inclined to go at it again, essentially. While we wait, what we should be doing is working on this room. I've been meaning to get this done for a while. I need to come up with like a texture for the roof or a design. I do actually have a couple of ideas. Don't know that we'll need a crazy amount more of that. I'm sorry, what's going on there? Oh. That one. So these are the already chiseled ones. I think the whole thing needs to go up by one more block. Right, and then I'm thinking some sort of design where maybe you have like a block in the corner, then you have 3 blocks, then you'd have 5, I think. Anyway, kind of like a bit of a sort of pyramid, upside down pyramid corner angle. I don't know. Going to the middle, that means like this thing would rise up a fair bit. You'd have to modify that, which isn't an issue. I said it, Xisuma is top tier comfort streamer list. Is that a thing? Comfort streamer? Unless you're planning on making lots and lots of solar panels, the neutrinium ones are better and don't need these. You should need a lot of chaos shards. I would like to, for fun, but Blackjack, then it will probably just involve me doing a big AFK session for dragon eggs and then a big AFK session for the other thing, right? I could calculate it a little bit. If it turned out to be a bit crazy, then maybe not, but... The other thing is, if I do add the switch to swap them over, it's probably not going to be automated with the AE2 system, so... Might as well just swap them myself. Anyway, now we can get back on track with this. So we need to make those. Now I need to set up a recipe for that, which means I need one to begin with. So, awakened draconium Ingots are the other things that we need in the shards, so we kind of got everything in our inventory. We're going to need cobble. And let's head over here and set one of these up again. So we put it into the correct mode and put one cobble here and one cobble there. We're sending in... let's double check this. That is first in the list, if I'm not mistaken. So I guess I have to request one. And it's a good thing it's not busy doing other stuff. Of Saucer, thank you ever so much for 23 months. Greatly appreciated. Hope you're enjoying the stream and having a good time. Thank you for subscribing. Did I not click? I think I did a derp then. Oh no, it came back through already. Okay. So I think that's the one that goes in first, because the first item is that one. And then we say 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And one of those. Again, double check. This is the... Oh, wait, I'm getting my wires crossed. I'm getting my wires totally crossed. We're making that first. We do need that eventually. So we're making the chaotic core. Should add that to the list then. So that one goes through first. 4 on 4. And that's the output. Cool. Okay, I got it. So now what we do is we make one manually over here. It's good that this system lets you do stuff manually as well as being automated. Otherwise you would probably end up needing 2 systems. Or a switch. To make them swap. Yeah, they're going to be slow. They're going to be slow. Xisuma, a comfort streamer is a streamer that you specifically love watching and feel safe and comfortable with. Yeah, that makes sense. I just, I hadn't heard that term before. It just was like, oh, comfort streamer, eh? Right, okay, now we encode our pattern. Put our pattern into the system. I like to put them in this one first. Okay, idiot. Then we go down here. And we can look at the one before to remind us how it works. So we want the full stack. Actually, we want one there, one there. Then we put in the full stack. Now, in theory, that's all good to go, right? So, let's chuck in the rest of these shards. And we need 9 more chaotic cores. Okay. Aren't I supposed to hold down Alt and it auto-crafts? Let's try this way. Okay, there we go. Now, we've done this a whole bunch of times, and I'm pretty confident it's just going to work. Yeah. Nice. Sweet. So while that's happening, we'll work on the next recipe, which is then for this thing. So now that gets to go in the first slot. 4 diamonds, dragon egg, and chaotic core. There's the dragon egg. Where's our diamonds at? 1, 2, 3, 4. And awaken core. Should have made one right. Chaotic core. Dang it. Need to double check that really. Yeah, looks good. So now we tell it for these things. And then the output needs to be different. So we need to make one in a moment. And it's a good thing we've got all the ingredients right here. So when the current job finishes, we can do that. That's cool. Goblex, welcome to the stream, my dude. Welcome to the stream. Blackjack says the maximum power needed is only 34 million RF per tick. That will allow the chaotic tier to charge in 3 seconds for any recipes. That sounds like we might need to do some upgrading. 3 seconds is pretty bonkers. What's up with the cobble in the recipe, says Darth Nihilus. It's part of our system for automating it. See how there's a cobble in that chest? Well, when that cobble goes away, it will have another one come in and do the next recipe. You can drag ghost item from JEI to crafting terminal for the output. Can I? I don't know how I do that. That doesn't seem to be a thing. This looks really cool, by the way, says Cuplex. Thanks. Yeah, it's an amazing setup. Like, both aesthetic and technical. Right, okay, so now we go make this next. That's the one that goes in the middle. And over to this side. Wow, that was quick. You know what I can do as well? I could put one in. Although, I think... I don't know if it makes a difference until you got all 10. Right, we encode the pattern, we put it into the system. Grab a stack of cobble, because that's the secret to all this crazy late game draconic fusion crafting. Still need cobblestone. Oh, don't forget about cobble. Right, and that will allow this to work. Although this is probably one of the ones I didn't really need to do, because we're going to do it the once and that's it. So let's go craft 9 of those. Uh-huh. Do I hear Music Man music? Says Little Clash. You do indeed. Okay, the ghost item trick works in refined storage, but not AE. Got ya. I really don't understand why you're using cobblestone in the pattern, says Zone Control. Because it's not sending the items straight here. It's going through a system. It's storing the cobblestone in here, so it does them one at a time. Like you just saw, those items pop through. It's not going to send any more items in until we get this thing back. Because it doesn't always use every single slot, so it stops it from breaking. That's what the cobblestone's function is. Right, we've got 2 of them. And after we've done this, goodness me, let's go to the uses of this. Fusion crafting uses. Oh, well that's the thing I'm looking for. So let's add that to our list. So we need 1 more chaotic core. Oh, wait a minute. That's not made here. That makes that. So how do you make... Oh, God! I'm having a panic attack. Oh, dear Lord. So, wait, there's you've got to make that as well. Oh, my God. Stop! For the love of God, stop! These might not be so bad, really. I don't know. I don't know. This is where it all gets a little bit crazy, doesn't it? It's a little bit rabbit holey, but we'll figure it out. Time to set up the Project E Fusion Crafting recipe, says Blackjack. Oh, do we need them set up in your system to do that? Let's have a look. I mean, some of this Britannia. Oh, I'm absolutely giving myself pixie dust. There is no way I'm doing anything to do with Britannia. I'm not even joking. We've done that. Quantum storage unit we can do. The night slime might be a little bit of a thing. We'll figure that one out later. Evil infused ingots. I'm looking forward to finding out how that works. We've done dark matter. Energy condenser. See, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking it's like a one-off, so you make 4 of them. Then that is also potentially a one-off. We've got... Oh, the infinity ingots are going to take forever, aren't they? Has he made HDPE? That stuff? No. Isn't this one? Oh, God. I'm not sure how much rabbit hole tolerance I've got left in me at the moment. Because these are the sort of things where you're going to spend like a whole stream just doing one little piece of the puzzle. Yeah, it's also going to be like pretty hard to put it all in perspective as well, I think. Anyway, so going back to our injectors, aren't they? There we go. Going back to that, we now need to upgrade our system. Very carefully removing those. Oof. Now we're at the next level. We are at the next level. Got to put it in single item mode. And that's all of them done. Sweet. Alright then. We've got to give it a little bit of a test while, I think. I'll tell you what, I need one more of those, don't I? I think I need one more of those for something. That seemed, to me, to be very... Oh, it depended on that, so it made that... Wait, it depends on a bunch of them, right? So it's making 4 of those first. So we need to get that charge speed, like, up to max, is the idea. Right, yeah, there you go. So now we can see the system being throttled. I think. I don't know. I actually don't know how to measure the energy throughput here. Do I just need to build a bigger capacity bank? Let's go check it out. So we currently have that. Do I want to do that multiple times? Do I want to increase the amount of vibrant capacitor banks? Let's get another 100 of them put together. Also, I don't need those anymore. Does this mod pack have the creative chest? I'm not sure if it does. Skylight says, be right back, I'm getting some milk. Thanks for letting us know. God, I was a little bit worried you might not be getting enough milk. Gosh. I'm messing with you. I need some water though. The throughput is based on the capacitor bank. On the input side, you have 5 faces giving 5 times shown the eye out. On the output, you have 6. Got ya, got ya. So we just make this bigger, and then we get 5 times that. So how much, what's the amount we need to give to these things then? Bear in mind that each one is probably divided by 5. So it can pull out 6, but it's divided by 5. I think. I don't really know. Anyway, we will add some more. We have our wand as well. I think what I'll do is I'll go... Oops. 1 on that side. 1 on that side. And it's up to 5 million. And you can see we've got that much coming in. Wow. Over that much, technically. Oh, we need to make this match the opposite side as well, is another consideration. Oh, we missed a bit down the bottom. Now it's up to 7 million. I need to get the amount shown in the interface to around 7 million. Well, that's just over, so that's good. I think what I'll do is I'll just add a little extra down the bottom. To be, Yeah, we'll put a cobblestone there and we'll fill in all of that. Which means that I probably need more of these. Is the input now less than the max as nuclear? I don't know. We'll have that at 8 million. There you go. That's a good round number. Just over 8 million. Now we need to go to the other side and do the same. This is actually the way to get there. Now this is the one over here for what we're currently doing. And it has 5 million. Ooh, pulverized coal is missing. I noticed something like that a while ago when I was making stuff. It was something that should have had a recipe. Do you notice how it looked different the second time I crafted it? I think it looked for a different pulverized coal in the system or something. Oh, let's do that. Just used all of those, 6.8. And then we'll expand the other side as well. And then we'll definitely have enough. .25, so it's like one less than the other side. That's brilliant. Okay, that's absolutely great. It's cracking. It's crack-a-lacking, homie. Right then, that maybe is as fast as it can go. Souththorn says, "Hi Xisuma, I know you're busy and can't reply to everyone, but I'll send this again in case you see it this time. I'm thinking of getting into this mod pack, but watching you play it seems quite daunting. Is it worth the struggle?" Yeah, just do it in baby steps. Don't think about like big grandiose stuff like you might be seeing right here. When you play, just like focus on the next thing and enjoying it. Like if you start looking down a rabbit hole, simplify it and just be like, right, I'm just gonna do this one little project and I'm gonna make it interesting to me. Like that's what I do. Like look at this room, okay? Like I could have gotten all kerfuffled over how crazy and complicated all this stuff is gonna be, but I made an environment for me to do all that in. So I mean, that's just the way I play, right? Like, you might play completely differently, but that's how I'd approach it, is break it down into the smaller components, and then make the smaller components, air quotes, bigger, aesthetically, or, you know, make it a part of your base. Like, if you build a really cool looking, interesting room just to hose this one little bit, and it's like a tiny bit of the bigger puzzle, as long as you have fun doing that and enjoy the engineering and stuff, like that's the way to play. That's the way I think of it. Like we're about to go down like a ridiculous rabbit hole very soon, but we're just breaking it down into little bits and doing it one step at a time. So, I'm also failing to remember what we're doing here. We've got chaos shards because it's so rabbit holey. So upgrade these. So we need to craft something just to see how quick it is. Not that one, actually, the chaos core. And I might actually be running out of chaos shards for this. I need to consider that. That charged really quick. Let's go check this thing out. So it won't actually drain anything, but that input-output number will get kind of huge. Oh, did we actually see it make the right thing yet? Stick around. The Moo Balls, thank you ever so much for 2 months of support. Appreciate it. Okay, so now I think we're gonna see. Okay, it's still making those. Still have no clue what anything in Stoneblock is, but I really enjoy just chatting and watching the streams. I also never had a sub longer than 1 month, so I wasn't expecting to have to write a message. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, it's still actually kind of slowish. Can that be improved, possibly? And there it goes, making a second one. Thank you for 2 months, my dude. Greatly appreciate that. And I should do a better job of explaining what's going on, I guess. But I don't really know what's going on myself right now. So now that we've got a farm, we can make lots of these. I think that's where we need to step up. Step up? Like, investigate. So, we can... Okay, that's for all the stuff that you can't do yet, initially. So we can upgrade our flux capacitors to the top level. Might as well do that. Ha! And then you got this stuff. So the reactor stabilizer, the solar I keep forgetting it's the solar panels. Let's add that to the list. And then that thing finally. So let's also add that over on the left, as we do want to do the reactor thing for fun. Okay, and then there you go, draconic solar panels. You need 4 for 4. But that time it does actually, it quadruples the capacity, transfer gets quadrupled, and generation gets doubled. And then you got your awakened cores. So can I add that to the list? Have we already done that? Let's go check out where we're at with our solar panels. I've forgotten, basically. Just be careful that your fun reactor doesn't destroy your entire base, says Blackjack. Well, now I'm not even going to try and make it, because I do not want to accidentally destroy my entire base. Oh, wow, we're a few steps behind on the old solar panel front. Wow, okay. Time to get into it again. So, we have those, and some of these. So if we wanted to make all the way up to that level... Hang on, it's not bookmarking these things properly. Oh, it's already on the list there, got it. And if we were to... Wait a minute, does it go even higher than that? Oh my god! Oh, interestingly that uses that tier. Huh. That would actually be way easier. So 8, 32 and 13. That's a bit of an oversight, isn't it? Isn't that much easier to get to? Tip, you need to retain energy in items while harvesting and sneaking. Okay. Huh. Do you see the infinity catalyst in the middle of the recipe? I do. Ah, that's why. I don't even know how to begin tackling this. Like, I did it in the past, but now I'm just like, whenever I look at it, it's like, look the other way. Look the other way. So I guess we got a reason to do this now, and we'll be doing it for fun, essentially. But I haven't even thought about getting up to this level yet, so what if we were to take the green ones away, and then get them all up to Wyvern to begin with. So yoink those out, put them in the system. Looks like we already had another 2 there as well. Contents retained. Huh. That one didn't retain anything. I might mess up the recipe. It might want to make... Can I reset that in here? Maybe if I place it down and remove it or something. Like, why did the other ones not retain their contents, you know? I yoink them out like that again. Now they're going to stack. Interesting. Okay. So... I mean, I could ask it to make this, but, you know, we might not get too far. The recipe is 4 for 2 of them. So that means 8, right? No, what am I doing? 8 of these. And off it goes, right? Yeah, so it makes it from them, so it's probably going to be relatively quick. Was it also using... on a Wyvern cores? No, it should craft all of them. I only asked for 8. I could actually... Wait a minute. Oh, it gives you 2. It gives you 2. That's where I'm getting confused. So I could have just at 16, basically. Oh, no, cancel, 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 cancel. Oh, clicking on the wrong thing. There's just so many tiers and levels, I get so confused. So now we need to add, I guess, a recipe for that. And again, you probably get 2. So heading into a place where we can do some recipes. This spot here is good. I should probably add like an access point to get up to the solar panel area, really. Also just had another thought. How big is my main vibrant capacity? Do you know what? I'm just going to get it crafting a couple hundred anyway. Okay, I'm holding down Alt. I'm going mad. Vibrant. Okay, there it goes. Just, yeah, there it is with the pulverized coal again. It only ever lets you do 100 at once. See, it's the type that it's picking is the wrong type. I don't know why it does that. Available 188. Is it making some right now? Or is this something that's stashed? I think it might be stashed in a drawer. And automatically... I don't know what's up with that. I think it's being automatically made and it's stashed in a drawer, which is why... Let's go find out, actually. Oh my god, I'm getting so distracted. Wait, let's get the solar panels going first, and then go find out what's up with that. So we're putting in this recipe, and we get 2. Okay, then we ask for the solar panels. So we've got 16, so we want 8. Now that is going to go and make things with the draconic power over here. So that system's going to be kicking off. Right, I reckon if this is an automated thing, it'll be around here. Yep, it is. And that is a machine we can upgrade big time. So that's a crusher from Mechanism. We haven't done this in a while. So we have advanced tier. There's one that we don't use. I think it's ultimate, isn't it? Or is it the first one? Elite. And then basic tier. So is basic what it already is? No, okay. Oh, that popped off its power source. So yeah, I think it's that advanced, and elite. Why did that thing... Okay, it's because it can store more, but then it ran out of power. Right, this is looking good. This is looking good. So when it comes to powering it... Oh yeah, this area is a bit... I forget how you get in there. So yeah, we were using the old janky power over here. We should probably upgrade this to a flux plug. Let's get, or points, insert energy. So we need 2 of those. Cool. Thoughts on the name is Isarust. It's what I call myself to my friends. It's alright. Sounds like maybe a band name, or I don't know. I feel like the name invokes like an image of something. Like maybe like a mystic god, or something old and ancient and like drawn. Like an old painting. I don't know. Makes me think. Which is a cool thing for a name to do. Herminator! Makes me think about being hermity. Thank you for 35 months. Appreciate it. What does your name make you think of, eh? Thank you, my dude. Appreciate it. Remember to set the spread in the machine. Oh, yes. Yeah, we got loads of configuring to do. Loads of the old configuring. So, what I want to do is very carefully get rid of these. Ugh! That literally made me panic. Ugh! Okay, and Add all of this. So they all get power. Put in a point. And we're going to set this one to machine power. Because it's literally that, isn't it? Oh. What is with all this stone? What is with all this stone? Oi! You're playing Stoneblock. Right, I'm not sure if that log is supposed to be there or not. Okay, we'll do the same thing again. Ugh! Get rid of... Oh, I think there's some that go down the side there. Ugh! Very, very cautious of accidentally breaking too much. Yeah, I think it like accidentally managed to put one above somehow. See, that machine also needs power. Not sure about this one. No, that's the factorizer's just passive, isn't it? There's no other power sources down here. So let's go ahead and just plop that in. Machine power. It's got it. Sweet. Right, now that it's all powered up, I think we can configure everything from the front again. It looks like it's actually doing tons of work right now. Sweet. So that means if we go ask for more vibrant stuff, right? Can you make 400? No, not yet. We might want to put in a capacity upgrade. There's a limit. Yeah, let's go upgrades. Storage, I don't know, maybe a 4. 8. We'll go with 8 on each, just for now. Cool, so that's those bits done. These machines are all probably good. Let's make mechanism upgrades, I think. Hi Kaboy, welcome to the stream. Don't forget the speed and energy upgrades for the crusher, says Blackjack. That's what we're doing next. Energy. Speed. Want the muffler one as well, really. Okay, we don't need a filter upgrade as far as I'm aware. So let's go ahead and you can just shift click them in. And that bypasses the oh, it's 5 for those? 3 even? Huh. Why are they in stacks of 8 then? Right, now that obviously looks a lot better. Energy, maybe they already had some in or something, I don't know. Now wasn't there one more configuration to do? You know what, it looks like it works faster than the system can give it stuff now. So I think that means that we also need acceleration. Let's nip round the back. Yep, definitely going to need it here. Yeah, some of this stuff would be made so differently now actually with my like improved knowledge of things. There you go, look at that. That's a much better production speed now. We got like 19 stacks in this. Let's go back to the vibrant capacitor. See if it will make 400. Not quite enough. I reckon it will do 300 now. Nope. 200? Oh! Whoops. And then we're going to see all of that stuff vamoose away. Well, it will certainly fill up quicker now and hold more in total, so we'll be able to do that. What we want to do next is Go back up here and create another recipe for the next solar panel, which I didn't think of doing at the time. So we've made that recipe. Now we make... Oh, of course, it's a thingy over there. Okay then, so I guess we need some cores. One of those. Oops, 4 of these. Which it will make over at the system. So 4 and 4 and 1. So only really going to get to use this once, and then... Actually, no, I'm going to go back and upgrade everything else. We need our cobblestone, our beloved, incredibly invaluable cobblestone. Grey Wolf, thanks for coming by today. Oh, and peeps, if you've tuned... 680 peeps have tuned in on a Saturday morning. Thank you ever so much for coming by and hanging out with me. Be sure to hit that follow button if you enjoy the streams. I might stream again tomorrow morning, but it'll probably be Monday evening next one. We'll see. I don't know, I like this whole streaming every day thing. I took 2 days off and now I just kind of feel like I need a bit of time away from it in my head. Like I feel like the creative juices have been like getting stirred up a little bit. I was thinking about what to do for next season of Hermitcraft, and I had a really cool idea today. I just feel like where I've had a little bit more downtime, sort of, you know, like things have come to me a bit. So I'm kind of aware of that now. But we'll play it like one step at a time, I guess. Four of those. 4 of these. And we'll get 2 of them. Oh no, we get 4 of them. Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. FXoons, thank you for 5 months. Appreciate your support. I hope you're enjoying the stream. That is not fast, is it? Not terribly fast. I don't know if we can make it go any faster. Compared to some of the other ones, it ain't so great. So let's go configure our impulse hopper to accept this. Chaotic was the last one that we did. Which way around we want to do it? That. Then... like so. Now, if I go and just put those back in... Oh, and I need the recipe in the system. And we can ask it to make... 4 is what we want. I think it would have made it with 1. Oh, it's making the other thing first. Of course it is. It has to make the things it's dependent on. Boredom inspired thought for life. I wouldn't call it boredom, it's just like downtime. I don't find myself ever really getting bored. I think there's always something to do, something interesting. What I get is a bit of like creative block with trying to do other things. Like yesterday I tried to do a bit of music production. It really didn't work, but then I picked up the guitar and had an absolute blast playing some guitar. Which I've had a really good time playing some guitar lately, and I'm paying the price for it because the pains in my arms are coming back again, so I'm gonna have to stop playing, or at least play a lot less. Just play for like 10 minutes a day or something. Alright, Blackjack wants me to double check the capacitors. I'm sure they're good, but this thing looks frozen, by the way. I'm going to cancel it. Okay, is it me or did our solar panels go through without me noticing? They did. Dang it. Wanted to watch that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure when I set up these capacitor banks that I remembered all of that stuff, so... Alright, it only shows me a little bit of it. Yeah, you can see it's all set to input. It's the same at the other end. Slazman says, I just saw a post on Reddit on how to say your name. It's pronounced Shishwami, right? Yeah, Shishwami, Shishwambam, Shishwimbim. They're all good. It was running at 8 million. I think the bottleneck is the input side of the capacitor bank with the flux plug. I think that only one... I think that only has one cable. Oh, I think I possibly know what you mean, but wouldn't that mean that this thing got empty? Well, anyway, we got 8 chaotic solar panels now, and in order to get more, we need to farm more chaos shards now. We've only got 2 left, so we will go and turn that farm back on. Dragon farm. We can put some of these things away. Oh, did I not install muffling upgrades? Oh dear. Did you mean over here somewhere, this bit? From there to here, yeah. I don't know if that's enough. Anyway, look at this thing. It only stores 3 million, right? I feel like we need to change that. And speaking of having an access hatch to get to the solar panels, I really don't know where I'd put that. I'm going to just bust through the... Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to bust through over here. Wow, I can't see. Actually, couldn't see that. Okay, there we go. Sweet. I just had a thought. So, our system is now auto-crafting those. I wonder if we can set up a secondary job to get these, everything on the left side upgraded to this level, right? So, capacity, what's the capacity of this one? So 4 of those would make one of these. I'm just wondering if we could run it off of that alone for a minute. I think we could. I think we could run our system off of that alone. So, we yoink those away. 32. We'll make 16, we'll make 8 again. So if I now request 8 of these, will it just handle it? Will our system do everything it needs to do? It's only got 1 chaos shard available. Doesn't it need 2 chaos shards? Available 1 craft. Oh, okay, it doesn't. That's the one thing that could have throttled it. Hey, we got gifted subs coming in. Addles Dash. Thank you so much for gifting subs to Jams, Jeebus, Great Keeper, Cycle Hundale, and Archaeal. If you heard your name being read out loud, be sure to say thanks in the chat. And, sorry, did I say Hatless Dash? Did I say something different first time? I read it again, it's like Hatless Dash. Thank you so much, appreciate it. We always appreciate the gifting of the subs. Right, let's go see what's happening over there and if it broke the system or not. Also, look at that. It's not good enough. However, it is nighttime, so maybe it's not all that. I mean, it's literally... no, it's going... it's going the other way now. It's going the other way. Oh, it's coming back a little bit. I mean, the night is passing very slowly. Oof, we might run out of some power here. Let's go check it out. Let's go check it out. Should that make 16? I think it should make 8. It's got to jump 2 tiers. So it's oh, there you go. It is making them. And then it will continue making the other things after, right? Yep. Oh, dang. We turned up at the right time over here. We've got 4 of them, and now it's making the others. Ah, excellent. It's all working then. Right, now we upgrade our vibrant capacitor bank, I believe. So how are we doing here? We're losing out. We need some backup. Now you got it. Sweet. Let's go to our vibrant capacitor banks and see if enough time has passed to make 300. Oh, it has. Amazing. Okay. So, how could we upgrade this thing here? I mean, if you look at the way it's connected, we really just want to I'm going to connect it to this. It's the wrong type. It's just a regular. Cancel. 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 It's just a regular. I forgot. Well then. Capacitor banks, we got some. Now I want a lot. Can you make it for me? You can. Excellent. That also used pulverized coal. G Dizzle 78, thank you for 7 months. Appreciate it, my dude. G Dizzle sounds like a Snoop Dogg izzle, doesn't it? You know, I was listening to The Chronic the other day, and there is a line from Snoop Dogg where he says "drizzown" instead of "drown," and I've heard it a gazillion times, but it just tickled me. Drizzown. Imagine, like, you know, a sign at a swimming pool. Be careful, don't drizzown. Oh. Yes, I thought that was funny. Right, we've got more of these coming in. I think I need even more. Because these are the smaller type, right? And we're storing 4 million now. We need way more, way more. Slytro! Thank you for 31 months! And Lysif, thank you for using the Prime. Appreciate it ever so much. Hope you all both enjoying the stream. I'm reading chat now. It's so funny. Wait, solar panels. I thought we were switching to nucleus as Hurricane. Why did you think that? I haven't mentioned doing anything nuclear at any point. Oh, cool. That's just the one panel, right? If I go to one of these, will it have more? Dang, that's gonna be like a battery of its own as well as this thing. We do need to get the input-output up on this thing though, so it's a good thing we're upgrading it. And I really just do need all the capacitor banks right now. In fact, what I need is probably something else to do while thousands of them get crafted up, right? 4.4 million? I mean, it's not even as much as the 8 million over there, so we definitely need to turn this into one big chunk. And apparently, there's a random light here, and I don't know why it's there. Let's see how our recipe's doing. It's going to make 600 odd, and then we'll make some more after that. What's the best way to watch Xisuma live on a 72-inch screen, says 6ace. The best way is to make it a tiny little box that you can barely see on that screen. That's the best way. Why not upgrade them to vibrant ones? Because we would have to like rebuild the entire thing, and I kind of built it knowing I would use capacitor banks. I mean, I may regret that at some point, but like I don't want to rebuild all the interface and all the connections and whatnot. So, oh, and apparently we've got another 4 of those to place down. Let's go do that. Let's go do that. This thing will get even quicker charged up thanks to that. Right, so now that our power situation is massively upgraded and we've got some automatic chaos shard farming going on right now, remember that's happening, we've got 22 of those. We'll be able to upgrade more solar panels, so I guess another thing I could be doing is maybe thinking, oh, we've got 16 left over. Oh, it's because the last one was 4 for 4, wasn't it? So I can actually make another, well, let's make another 8. Nice. Yeah, I forgot that. The last step was 4 for 4, so we can make more of those. If I wanted to, I could start like working my way back up. Getting a huge crafting going for even more panels, but I think for now, we'll probably say we're good with the old panels. I'm not entirely sure what we should focus on next. I really want to do the reactor. However, the idea that it might blow up my base is very concerning. I guess the question is, how risky is that? Will it... Can I back up before I do something that might blow it up? Or can it blow up at any point in time? If it can blow up at any point in time, I'm not so keen on it. We could also do a bit of decorative stuff. I want waffles for some reason. I want waffles too. I also need to finish this room. That block right there, shipping crate, I think would be the texture for the top of this room. Maybe that one, Electrum? That's probably not something got a lot. Nickel or Electrum, I reckon. Nickel's probably a little more subtle, or maybe even silver. Let's go for nickel or Electrum. So we've got 125k Electrum. Yeah, look, we only got a little bit of this. I don't know why so little, though. Where's that stored, that block of Electrum? Can I add that? No. Let's add that as a note so we go investigate later. Electrum, just... The ingot will do, that will remind me. So we want our chisel whistle. And some nickel. I mean, a lot. Right? Probably more than what I've selected. So we take that. And I'm thinking, rather than go 1, why don't we scale it up so it's like... Well, I tell you what, that immediately feels a little glossy, but maybe that'll disappear. Yeah, we could do this in freeze, possibly. So then the next free is at this height, and it wraps all the way around. Yeah, I kind of like it, but it feels like this is too glossy looking. We need something a bit gritty. And if it were to go in freeze, how far would it get? We then have like a 1 block strip at the very middle there. I feel like it might get dark enough for that not to really matter too much. Cypher Ocelot says, hey X, quick question. If you weren't doing YouTube and Twitch, what kind of job would you be doing? I do not know. I do not know, but I know I'd be working on my music with my time. Coopsy says, hey X, I've been binging the Xisuma Says channel recently, and I was wondering, how do you manage to form opinions so well and consider both sides of an argument? That would be from listening to lots of podcasts. I feel like I've found much better sources of information over time, where like a lot of the spin is removed and a lot of the, I mean, everything's biased, but like there are people out there who talk about things that are going on, subjects and whatnot, that are more, you know, more interested in the facts and the discussion around the facts than just giving you the take, right? The takeaway. And I listen to a lot of stuff like that, which really kind of helps me see both sides of an argument. But like, it's not just listening to someone else talk about it. Eventually, it just becomes the way you think, right? And it just started with curiosity, really. Like, I don't know how I've worded it before, but like, as I started to learn about more stuff and become interested in like edutainment, I would hear ideas like contrary to my own, but then I kind of wanted to also like understand the other point of view, because I kind of get like a bit tired of just constant conflict everywhere, right? Like people having different views and hating each other for different political ideas and stuff, yet we're all human. And like, why does this stuff separate us so much? And then when I started to listen to other people's ideas, that's when I started to see like the flaws in my own ideas. And it was like, oh, you know, hang on a minute, like I've been brought up a certain way of thinking, a certain ideology, and there's a lot that I don't know as well, and it kind of just shone a light on my own ignorance, and then from there I tend to like think with ignorance first. Like, you know, you hear a story but it's like, oh, what do I don't know about this? Because a lot of stories tend to give you the answer to the question. Yeah, let's give it a try with this material and then just see what we think after. We can always use the swap feature, can't we? X has been brainwashed by truth X, says the Thinky. I mean, some of the stuff I believe in, you believe in things to be as true as you think they can be, but like truth can be incredibly elusive, even in science. You know, we have theories that we act upon and rely on, but they are theories. Hydrating a little there. Oh, that's convenient. That's going to make building this thing... Oh, no, it's no longer convenient. Oh, wait, is that... It was only one. It only went over by one. It's a very nice texture. It's just, as I said, a bit too glossy, but... I think as it gets darker, it like, loses interest as well. But I'm not too fussed. Once it's at scale, it'll probably look really cool. Might even put some lights on it. Yeah, actually, it'll probably look better with lights on, and therefore, again, I'm sort of double guessing. Is that what we say? Double guessing myself. Like, is there another texture here we could use? I feel like it's just too glossy. In terms of the textures it offers, it's really just that one. So the darkest one, or the least decorated, kind of looks like iron to me. Let's try it with iron. It looks the least glossy. And there'll be no shortage of iron for us to use. Here we go. Let's go build that over on this side. In science, the word theory is used differently than in normal conversation. Scientifically speaking, theories are the best proof hypothesis that we can make. For example, the Big Bang is our best theory of the start of the universe, but it can't be a fact because we'll never be able to observe the Big Bang directly. Yeah, that sounds incredibly well worded. Thank you, Koopsy. I was listening to something the other day where they were talking about they thought they were going to land on proof of a multiverse, or, you know, a new form of evidence that makes it the, as you just said, like, I'm trying to remember what you just said, the best proved hypothesis, right? Like, it would be the theory that is the best proved hypothesis. And the person talking about it framed it in the context of like beating religion, or I don't know quite how to word it. Like it'd be the thing that would disprove the Bible or whatever, because it would contradict the story of having a single origin. But I kind of thought, like, if you believe in religion and God, then I don't think someone going, oh no, it's actually like there's multiple universes, then cancels that in any way. I don't know, it seemed like a bit of an odd thing to say. But then again, there's a lot of like religion and science that gets entangled. I find that quite interesting, how like some religions at like the scholarly level, if you like, kind of use science to update their views, or even to like reinforce what's written in the Bible or other holy books. X, if you're scared about the world-ending draconic reactor, you can put it in a compact machine. What I want to do, Cuplex, is put it through here. I want to have this big open area and have the reactor right in the middle of it. Does the copy-paste gadget let you rotate? Might do. I need to learn to use that. But I don't mind like just relaxing and building and having a waffle. I'm definitely going with this now that I've seen that zoomed out. So goodbye, Nickel. You've served your purpose, which was for us to have a momentary glance. These blocks look really nice. I always want to use them, and I just had an idea for where we could use them. Damn Metro, thank you for the cheers and biddies, saying, oops, I accidentally dropped these. Guess I gotta lay off the candy bars because I'm such a butterfingers someday. Oh, that was amazing. That was amazing. Thank you so much for the cheers and bits. I used to really love Butterfinger candy, but those candy bars, they're blatantly, you know, just pumped full of sugar and a lacking nutrition, and yeah, I was just like, I gotta stop eating this stuff. Even as a treat, even as an every now and then, what's the point? Thank you, my dude. Oh, maybe every now and then is in like once a year, perhaps, but I find like, for me, some things just swing a little bit, right? Like, it's like once I'm like, okay, I'll have this on occasion. On occasion ends up becoming like once a week or something, and then I'm like, a bit much. That was loud, apparently. Oh, okay. Yeah, there does seem to be something up with the alert. Oh, do you know what? I think I might know what it is. I have a slider for the alert volume. I think it just might need adjusting is all. I can test it, by the way. Let me go test it. I just thought of that. Click that button. Go there. Yeah, you can't see what I'm doing, but it's exciting. Gosh, it's really exciting. Oh, I'm so glad I'm looking at this inventory screen while X does things off camera. I think I click on that. Yeah. Oh, what's he clicking on, I wonder? Oh, thank you for the biddies. Actually, does that put a thing on the screen as well? Xisuma cheered 100. I cheered for myself. Oh, what a cheat. Who's John? That's the fake donation. Oh, I just did hosting. That's the wrong thing to click. Oh, look at this. Welcome aboard Xisuma. Oh, God, we're having all the fun now. So, are those loud, people? Like, are those too loud? Because it sounds good to me. Only cheers. Are they not relative to one another? Because they all sound similar sound to me. So that is about the same as that in my eardrum. So what do you hear? Don't they sound the same? Some of you are saying cheers are loud. Cheers are definitely louder. Like, a lot? Because they sound just the same level to me. I'd say the bits sound a tiny bit louder, but not massively. Are we... Yeah, I think maybe they're just naturally... You know what, I could just change it right now. Calibrate. Sound volume is a bit on the high side. Okay, so if I modify that, and then it's a little quieter now. I think I'm just going to leave it at that. I think that'll do. It's fine, says Herminator. Oh, all this overreacting from one message in chat. One person says, oh, it's too loud. Let's get that night vision on. Yeah. What were we talking about anyway? We were talking about all sorts of stuff and things. Get some of the old trodden bricks up in here. I think we were talking about like points of view and seeing both sides of a story and stuff like that. Like if you like next time you encounter some sort of story, something that's going on, because there's always something in this world, right? If you remove yourself from like the the left or right way of looking at it, or the political ideology, and try and look at things a little more factually. Like distance yourself from the emotion of the thing. Maybe you'll see like how the thing itself becomes like a part of two different narratives, essentially. I'm trying to think of like a topic to use as an example. But I don't know. X, what are your thoughts on turtles and tortoises as pets? I don't know really. Like, you can, like, yeah, I think it's fine to have pets if you look after them well and whatnot. But like, you can make a curious remark that, you know, you are sort of keeping creatures in a cage and not in their natural habitat. But like, if you have a pet like a dog, obviously that's really different. When the pet's more exotic, it's more likely for people to make that sort of point, but I don't know. To me, I think it is, if you treat an animal good and it has a cushy life, well, I mean, who would want to complain about that, right? Do you think the modern media tends to appeal to people's emotions rather than their sensibilities? I think that modern media has a problem of like trying to grab attention and therefore spinning things into outrage. Like recently, there was this J.K. Rowling thing that went around. Well, say people this. I saw the headlines. It was kind of framed as like, oh, anti-Semitic accusations have been sent J.K. Rowling's way over Harry Potter, right? And the origin of that is actually one guy whose name I forget, but he's quite well known. I think his name's John something, John Stewart. Kind of like a political opinion piece person on a podcast, just making like a passing remark, completely unserious. No accusations, just that the bankers in Harry Potter, you know, look like some of those anti-Semitic Jewish propaganda cartoons that, you know, you might have seen in Nazi Germany. And this is like not even saying anything about her. I mean, like, the context matters as well, and the problem there is that it's like bankers, and the old thing is, I don't know, like this whole stuff about like Jewish people and hoarding money or whatever it is. It's like, it's pretty ugly, and I don't just what like an awful thing to like follow a whole race of people around. It's just ridiculous. It's just utterly ridiculous. But anyway, they're bankers, but they're also trolls, right? And it's like, now this stereotype can be similar to this mythical creature, and so that therefore it doesn't mean that because they're similar they're actually related. So like, you would need something far more concrete in that context, like to suggest that this is subtly anti-Semitic or whatever. And I don't see any of that. But anyway, the headlines, they get a tiny bit of information, and what they got to do is they got to turn it into a big story. So it's not, the story is, okay, Jon Stewart makes a passing jokey remark that's in no way serious, and that's it, and you know, and that's the end of the story, basically. Jokey passing remark about a possible, it kind of looks like this, but you know, we know it's not, because it's not what the deal is there. And what they have to do is just blow that up into like this. They don't even use his name. That's what I thought was really weird, is that his name was barely used in the headlines that I saw floating around about it. Don't even see his name, and they just say it's like outrage is sparked at J.K. Rowling anti-Semitic remarks, and a lot of people have a problem of like just seeing the headline, and like I'm included in that because I saw the headlines and I went, I went, oh, I literally watched this Harry Potter movie the other day ago because it was 20 years after it had been released. Watched it on Sky at Christmas. And I saw that scene and I didn't think anything of it, and then I thought back to the scene and I thought, you know, surely there's not. This is just typical outrage. So anyway, you know, brush it aside. I didn't read the headline though. Sorry, I didn't read the article. It might have said in the article or whatever. And then I could have read it and gone, oh, okay. But like the use of the outrage headline is just not helpful. And then later on I found out that, oh, actually, here's the deeper dive on the story, and like it was just one passing comment and not a serious thing, and then the media uses it to tarnish someone's name, and we've got to, you know, do what we can do to be better, which is to probably stop reading just headlines, and like if you're going to read a headline, also read the article. And then it needs to be better on their front, that we need to just come up with a different incentive for reporting stories, because if the incentive is clicks, then outrage is going to win, right? That's going to bring in the clicks. You know, Jon Stewart makes a slight remark about characters in J.K. Rowling novel. Not very headline, not very attention grabbing. But if you spin it to like, oh, anti-Semitic accusations, then it becomes like a big deal. And it's ugly because just everything is being framed in to outrage media. Why was J.K. Rowling nominated as Guardian Person of the Year if she is so bad, says Skylight. I think the point is that like she's not anti-Semitic, or like those characters aren't subtly anti-Semitic. It's just a story like blown out of one passing remark. It's weird, like why do they need the passing remark to write that story anyway? Like they're sort of looking for it, and I kind of feel like you can go around and find it anywhere if you want to. Like, maybe you're not trying hard enough looking for your outrage. You can just manufacture it. It's really easy just to look at some topic or something that goes on and exacerbate it to another degree, you know? Like someone said, oh, I wanted to have... what do you think about having a tortoise as a pet, right? And I know that some people out there, like, will exaggerate that to like animal cruelty. You're, you know, so cruel to those tortoises. They should be in their natural habitat. How dare you put them in your house in a cage? You know, that's what outrage media is. Just like not looking for the nuance, not looking for a story or the details. It's like going straight to the opinion of like, ah, you're wrong and now we're angry. Right, what one's that? Andesite? I think I'm going to leave it like that, actually. That'll do. Sky, I think, is asking, can they share something wholesome? You can share your thoughts and opinions in chat if you want. Exactly. People are always looking for something that will always find it if it's not there, says Biker Boy. Yeah, what I was saying is like why do they even need the Jon Stewart comment to write the article? You can just, if you want to look at, you can go around and do it with anything, and you know, make up some line of reasoning in your head for like why something is terrible. Oh, because it resembles this thing, and now I'm gonna exaggerate that they're linked and la 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 la. Chat, you're falling for the bandwagon that he is discussing a. Promoting for us to avoid. It doesn't matter if she's a terrible person. The point is that uses that as an excuse to slam her is not right. No matter how awful they are, it's basically propaganda. Yeah, I don't like commenting too much on the J.K. Rowling other stuff because I don't really know a lot about it. But a lot of people like to wave a flag of hate towards her. And again, it's like, if I don't know much about something and a bunch of people are like, oh, I hate this person or whatever, I don't like that to be like an entry point into learning. Like, I don't know, even people I really don't like, there's personalities out there on the internet. I don't like to start by waving the flag of hate, if you know what I mean. Like, someone like Alex Jones, for example, really rubs me the wrong way with a lot of stuff he says and does. But like, I wouldn't like start by like waving a flag of hate in their direction. So when I see that kind of thing, it's like I tend to just turn off. And like, you know, if I take the time at some other point to read about it and learn about it myself and figure out the details and come to my own opinion, then I'll do that. But like, if someone's shouting and basically like telling me what to think, I just don't like that. Right, I've got another idea. I want to change the lighting on the walls here, because we initially just put these under those grids, but now I think they look a bit dull. So I'm going to put in some markers and lower them down in various places. Yeah, anyway, so we're gonna move these lights down. And then when we're done that, I think we're just gonna continue working on this room now. I just feel like having a waffle and relaxing. We did some automation. I am wondering in the back of my mind if we should queue up some like crafting somewhere, like maybe those solar panels actually, because I do want to get more of those. Let's actually maybe see about just having those chug away in the background. Oh, I got another 8. Where did I get those from? Like, what if I asked it to do 4? It would be doing the entire thing from scratch. Yeah, look. And apparently we could actually do that. And it will take 11 minutes to make another. Interesting. I might just get a few more of these together. My baby goat wags his tail at your voice. Oh, that's lovely. Goats are cool. I like goats. I tend to like all animals, really. They're just animals, right? Yeah, I could be making some more capacitor banks as well. I forgot that we were also doing a lot of that today. We need to get this up to like at least 8 million, which would be doubling it. 6 million. Oof. And that's all I've got for now. Yeah, we'll try and get it all the way down there. So let's ask for 1,000 capacitor banks. Woo! We're doing all the automatic crafting in the base today. Why do you eat them then, says the Thinky. Because they're also food. It's the cycle of life. What was this point I heard the other day? I listen to so many podcasts and all these little things pop into my head and it's like, oh, that's fascinating. Like everyone. All right, so if your diet is ideologically driven, so let's say you're vegan or vegetarian, right? If you use fossil fuels, right? This was not how the point was worded at all, by the way. It was something to do with more about how, or like organic life feeds technological life, right? Something like that, right? If you use fossil fuels, which we all do, either directly or indirectly, right? Either by petrol in your car or by like, you know, just participating in society, It's all linked to fossil fuels. That's all dead animals. Like, it's linked on so many levels, it's crazy. But, like, if you want to be ideological with your diet, I don't really have a problem with that. If anything, I think it's, like, a noble cause, and I don't like factory farming and whatnot. But for me, it's like, having done a bit, like, gone quite deep on that, you know, starting off with the vegetarian diet and then vegan for like half a year or something. I also became really fascinated in like diet and nutrition, and that's when I was like, oh, hang on a minute, like as I last learned about it, if you want to be a vegan, you should probably be getting blood tests on like a regular basis, maybe like twice a year, and you know, you need supplements or like a very good discipline over your diet. Being a fast food vegan would not be good for you. And so it kind of put me off. And then I started like seeing how like incredibly nutritious things like eggs are, full of like really great protein. That's another thing, like all of this what was it? What do they call it again? Ugh. You know, like meat that's not meat. All these soy-based protein sources. They're not like, not all protein is created equally, and a lot of plant protein is nowhere near as good, and has like high amounts of all the different amino acids as like meat and dairy will. Beyond the meat, says J District. I was thinking of a particular, like there was a term I was expecting to jump into my head for it, but I couldn't quite remember what the term was. Yeah, so to try and finish my point, like I realized that diet's really important for your health, and like you should really consider what you eat, and there is definitely information out there that shows that eating red meat seems to be like I think red meat in general is probably just cut it out of your diet, because you'll be fine without it if you're eating other sorts of meats. When you start to cut out meat, you can be vegetarian if you eat right really well. There's plenty of like diverse sources of good protein and whatnot that you can get without eating meat. But then when you go vegan, when you start to cut out dairy as well, you're like limiting a lot of sources of protein and other nutrition as well. So yeah, I'm vegetarian, but I eat eggs occasionally because they're good for protein. Vegetarian diet is not particularly good in the protein department, says Hurricane. Vegetarian means you can eat eggs, right? Vegetarian includes dairy products, as I understand it. Vegan is when you then don't eat the dairy, right? Unless I'm mistaken somewhere. Because vegan is like no animal products, whereas vegetarian is don't eat the meat, like don't kill the animal, but you can take its eggs, snatch those eggs away, or steal some milk from the animal. And what was the other thing as well? Apparently, I once heard this thing, and again, like, this shocked and alarmed me, but then I think about where I heard it, and it was in one of those don't eat the meat documentaries, right? And apparently, like, they use a method of extraction for milk from cows, which is a form of torture where they, like, slaughter the baby cattle in front of it or something. And the idea is that it creates this response, like emotional response in the cow, that makes them more productive at producing milk. And so they have these rotating it's the room. Wait, I put those two blocks together there. Okay, I see what I did wrong. They have this like rotating spindle of cows where they like semi-torture them to get more milk out of them. Now, when I heard that at the time, I was like, oh my god, that's terrible, I hate this. But now I question it a bit more. Now I'm like, yeah, but this came from like a very ideologically driven motive, and you'd have to like do more to learn what's actually going on there than just take it at face value. Because when I first watched those movies and stuff, I really took it all at face value. Mori39 here with a donation saying hello from Italy. It's the first time I'm watching Stoneblock live on Twitch and not on YouTube. I've always wanted to contribute with a donation, so thanks for the entertainment. I appreciate that ever so much. Thank you for donating, and glad to have you with us live on Twitch today. Appreciate it. Ideology isn't necessarily a bad thing. We're all ideologically driven, says Bog Frog. Yeah, I think pointing out ideology is about making others aware that there is ideology, right? So if you have an opinion or you learn about something, right, you need to be able to see the ideology, because reality, as I've said so many times doing these streams, reality is like a really weird thing to describe factually. And we describe so much of it through our own, you know, lens of existence, or whatever you want to call it. Like, reality is a bunch of really difficult to explain stuff that physicists work on, you know, atoms and quarks, and like ideology is like turning it up a level so that we can understand it. Or, sorry, maybe not turning it up a level, that's a terrible way to phrase it. Ideology is like trying to maybe simplify and condense and like explain reality in an emotional lens. Now, I think you need like a good grasp of both. So like if you relate that to political events, there's the facts and then there's the take on the facts. And sometimes the facts are even disputed, but it's like if something happens, an event or whatever, and you look at the political discourse around it, usually what happens is people are immediately just tying it into their worldview and their beliefs. And so I think like the reason to point out ideology is not to really like say that having an ideology is wrong or anything, just that like if you can see the ideology, then you'll see it maybe more often than you realize. And sometimes it's better to be able to not see the ideology. The biggest issue with beef is the space needed. There simply isn't enough space on the Earth for everyone to eat beef, says who? Ed Gengar. Yeah, maybe. Because some of the statistics around that stuff are rather distorted. The example I remember that was really interesting is there's this example where they like compare how much resources in terms of global impact is needed to produce a beef patty, and then they compare it to like the I don't know, some other adjacent thing like extracting oil or whatever. But what they did with the one side of it, which was the beef patty, is that they... Oh, that was already the same material, wasn't it? They calculated like absolutely every little detail you could possibly conceive of that goes into producing the beef patty. Like, you know, even like transporting it and the cost of the petrol and the materials of creating the truck that transports it. And then when it came to the thing they compared to it, they did just a very quick, you know, lazy comparison of like one statistic. They didn't do this detailed dive on it. So they very much skewed the results in their favor. Again, this is another reason why I'm quite skeptical of those, you know, don't eat meat documentaries, because of hearing of things like this. You know, again, there's ideology involved. Where are the facts? I don't know. And so they talk about like how much land is being used to farm cattle, how much water is being consumed. But again, it's like they take the nuance out of the conversation, because a lot of cattle use lands that we can't use for other things. They, you know, cattle can be grazed on hills and in difficult terrain for doing other activities. They can make use of land that would otherwise be useless. And then when they consume water, the water that they consume, a lot of it that's used in those statistics that you're shown to make you go, oh god, we're like, what are we doing with all this water? It's actually just rainwater. It's part of the natural cycle. And then when it comes to what's the other one? You've got the rain, the water, the land, the food. They eat a lot of waste produce from other plants that we farm. So we'll farm a bunch of crops and we'll have parts of it that we can't use in our diet, and we give them to the animals. So, you know, there's an equation to be made there. There's some maths that need doing. And it feels like when you watch those documentaries, those maths are not being done faithfully. And if you did do them faithfully, they might still turn out to say, hey, we should probably reduce the amount of this for the planet. But the fact that they're not done faithfully like that is really frustrating. Because, you know, I want to know, like, we all do. We all want to know. We all want to do better and do right. And the issue is, what's going on with that? Why is it like saying no to those? Oh, it's not. It's just a bit of a bug. I change my political stances about 100 times in a year thanks to the internet, says Short Insomniac. Maybe it's best not to be, not to feel like you have to have a horse in the race then. Maybe, like, just take everything with a pinch of salt. That's what I do with a lot of stuff. It's like, yeah, there's always information flying your way. I notice sometimes I tend to, like, believe or have an idea that's literally just the last thing I heard. You know? I'm always, like, paying attention to myself and what I'm doing and thinking, and sometimes I'm like, oh, this opinion that I have right now, that's pretty much just the last thing that I heard, you know? I think to myself sometimes, it's like, that's just the last thing I heard. So is it really that important or whatnot? I kind of feel like maybe reducing the amount of light that comes off of this blaze mesh would be a good idea. Now, if we wanted to keep the texture, I think we wouldn't be able to do that based on how we saw how glowstone worked. Maybe we could... I feel like we want to turn this into 3D object of some sort. It's gonna... 3D object of some sort? God, the words I use sometimes just don't make sense. Yep, we'll make all of that. What I'm trying to say is, like, we'll make this bigger than it currently is, like that, right? I think I want to go one block lower. I think I might just leave it like that. Oh, I tell you what I could do. I could use a decoration block to actually paint and keep the texture. And those blocks are transparent and would allow... Oh my god, okay, I've got it, I've got it. Let's take this, let's take it back. Let's take it back, y'all. So if I go get the painting machine, this thing might need a bit of power. Am I mistaking it for something else? We've got a sag mill. Maybe I left it somewhere. And if I did, I'm not really sure where. We also got the capacitor banks to place. Let's go ahead. We're only going to need one of those. Let's get our capacitors out. So we're going to upgrade that. Alloy smelting. I don't think we've got our painting machine. So we'll make one. And we'll have to put it next to something that produces power. Where on earth? Oh my god, where are we going to put that then? We need to find something that's got lots of power in it. Okay. Short Insomniac says, I just don't care anymore. I used to be very deep into a lot of rabbit holes online after a year. I kind of pulled myself out of getting involved because I got tired of having to go and memorize and rationalize a bunch of arguments to defend my positions. Yeah, that's interesting. That's an interesting comment. Like, often I think when it's hard to defend your position and whatnot and rationalize. Like, it can be a lot of work to be good at expressing opinions and defending them and whatnot, and sometimes people aren't willing to listen. I think sometimes it's good to just fall back on like simple principles of, you know, like kindness and warmth to one another, and just to sometimes just simplify a little in the face of all that. Right, we've got 13 million in there now. I think we're going to need another... Let's go for 1,800 this time. And how are our solar panels doing? I think that's them there, and I think it's broken. It looks like it's scheduled one... How on earth have we run out of cobblestone? There's no way we've run out of cobblestone, so I think what we're going to have to do is cancel that, go back to our solar panel project and ask for... Oh my god, how many did it make? Like nothing? Oh no, it made 2 of those. In fact, I think it made 2 of the next level up as well. So it looked like it got a ways in, but then it got stuck somewhere. Oh, they all just went to 0 because it probably picked them up. Oh, I know what that is. That's actually the draconic thing, isn't it? Oh, wow. Oh, interesting. Is it going to make those now? We'll stick. I'll tell you what, while we stick around and find out, I am going to nip to the loo. I'll be right back, people. In doing that, I've noticed 2 things. One is the time. We've still got time. Gonna do a 3-hour stream today. Oh, we got our solar panels. Cool. Should we ask for more? Although, I need to like check in various places to see. There you go. Look, we'll run out of achacha wood, so maybe we'll build like a wood farm again soon, like a faster way of getting some wood would be cool. What was the other thing I just noticed? It was that my sound is like mixed differently. Nice. Well, we're gonna have an extraordinary amount of power available. It's still trying to store all of that. Well, that one's ticking down a little bit, so that's getting drained. Oh, it's night time. Wow, okay. Wouldn't have noticed, really. Is that night vision? In theory, does asking for 1 round it up to 4, says Nuclear Slayer? I believe it does, yes. And it would know in the system that it would get 4. So it would do all the stuff to get that, yeah. That's right. What was the thing? Yes, the other thing. Okay, so we did this like a moment ago. Let's see if I can click there. Right, so tell me this, chat. Which of these is louder, okay? That... Oh, no, it won't be any difference at all. Why did I turn that down earlier? Oh, it's because we fight... Okay, I remember now. We thought the Chaos Dragon, so I changed the audio thing. Yeah. Oh, I just sound like a complete wally, don't I? What is he on about? Oh, stop talking, X. Just do some Minecraft streaming. Jeez Louise. Right. Need a capacitor too. The other type. Oh, it's making all of them as well. Anyway, after a stream, I'm going to have a bit of food. I'll tell you what, I feel like I could go a bit longer without eating today. In fact, I might try and do that. I might do some jobs before I make some food. But it's Saturday, it's curry day. I'm definitely having a curry in the evening. Curry and a movie. Don't know what movie I'm going to watch. I'll put that on my list to do after the stream. Find out what movie I'm watching. I'm going to make some protein fluff today. I haven't had protein fluff in ages. Is it called decoration block? No, that's the block we painted. The thing we need is conduit binder or transparent conduit facade. Conduit facade. The thing is, isn't that transparent anyway? We'll soon find out, and that is a lot to make. Curry day! Curry emotes in chat! Protein fluff, what's that, says Hurricane. So, you get some casein. You can make it with whey, but it's way better with casein. A scoop of casein, like 150 grams of frozen, they have to be frozen fruit, like berries. Well, actually, it has to be berries, like blueberries or raspberries. I'm making mine with blueberries today. And some milk, right? And you mix it up for about 5 minutes, and like, it is incredible. It goes really big, right? It takes a lot of time to eat. Because it's like big, it fills up your belly, but calories, a big bowl of it will be under 200 calories, easy. And like, it's really satiating because of all the protein in it, and it's really tasty, and it kind of looks like, kind of feels like you're eating some sugary dessert of some sort, right? Like some, you know, some calorie bomb is what it feels like. You can literally make a massive bowl of it and just sit there eating it for ages. I remember once at my parents' a while back, we made a pudding with it. And this was after I'd eaten a really big meal. And I sat there and like, they only wanted a little bit of pudding, even though like the whole thing was really low calorie. So I ended up eating the rest, and I walked home with this ridiculous like feeling of bloatedness. I just felt awful. Like my belly was just completely... Oh. Oh! What happened there? You were unlit, and now you're lit. Interesting, they separate. Well, that didn't work, did it? Oh well. I think we'll resort back to what we did before then. Dang it. Yeah, we can always revisit the idea, but I guess that's going to be it, isn't it? I think Xisuma's Hermitcraft Season 9 base will be based on his Stoneblock mod series. Well, it probably will feel like that, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to do an underground base, but I had a little inspiration, and I got a really interesting idea that might attach to that. But, you know, next season I got to start getting the ideas together in my head and get a bit more of a plan, but there's a couple of things I really want to get right, which is, okay, not having to move anything or whatever, like get straight into the project or the base. Like, it feels like you always start off with something temporary and you end up moving stuff about a lot. I kind of want to go straight into it. Welcome to the stream, Winnie. I kind of want to get straight into the air quotes end product, if you like. You know, not have to rebuild a bunch of stuff. As well as that, I kind of feel like I need a bit more of a bigger idea and theme than just like build underground, but essentially that's where I'm going to start. I think we needed one more all the way over on the other side. Yeah, look, one more. This one, please. Whoa, what's that? Oh, that's from Woot. Yeah, so now what we want to do for the floor is do a thing with tanks again. Because we love doing this. I can't remember if there's a reason we don't use... Let's go see what one we used last time. I got a weird feeling we had a reason not to use a particular type of tank. How much planning goes into your themes builds before the season actually starts? Sometimes a fair bit, sometimes not so much. It tends to differ a little bit. Open blocks is the one. Open blocks, that's the one then. Like, I'm trying to think back through the seasons a bit. Which one had the most? Like, I think season 7, because all the builds were very compartmentalized around that theme, you know, this tower, that tower. It was like, it should be pretty obvious what the flow was, right? Like, you're building out this tower design. And I do that, obviously, in creative mode in a different world, and then I come onto Hermitcraft and we build it. I just need a whole bunch, right? So yeah, that much should be kind of like obvious. But then season 8, like, again, there were builds that were done with the build team. And I don't know, like, I think a bit more of season 8 was... honestly, it's really hard to like summarize it. But yeah, there's like a flow of like preparing for what you're going to do, and I guess it changes a little bit between seasons. But like season 7, it's like, because all the projects were compartmentalized, it's kind of easy to point at and be like, look, you know, before doing that, I obviously had to figure it all out in creative, right? I kind of want to get away from that a little bit as well. I do want to do things a bit more spontaneously. Okay, now that we got that much in, we do need to go as close as here. On all sides. And then we're going to put in little pillars. Go down below the tank, and we'll probably have like a steel texture at the bottom or something. My trick for not eating junk food is to only buy stuff for recipes, then I have to not be lazy and make the snacks, says who fed Gengar. Snacking isn't good either, really. You should stick to like just full meals. Essentially, every time you fire up your metabolism, you're advancing, you know, the aging process of your body. Like it takes, it's an expenditure to do all of that food processing. Right, and one thing I'm going to try and do, not this month, but month after the next, is on some days as in probably just Saturdays really, and Wednesdays to begin with, I'll be doing one meal a day, which I don't think I've ever done. And you know, it's like, it's 1 o'clock now, and I could easily go another 3 hours without eating, I think. So I reckon I'm kind of ready for it. But yeah, that's like my current health journey plan. Right, I'm doing a air quotes bulk at the moment, eating a caloric surplus, although I'm not really sure about that because I'm not putting on weight. But yeah, while I work out, next week I'm going to do a bunch of like drop sets or like sets to failure and do some really big workouts. I'm gonna have 4 meals a day. So, just doing that for 1 week. Then I'll do another week of what I'm doing now, and then I'll start to transition to like this more long-term plan of like eating 2 and 1 meals a day. So like 2 days a week I'll have 1, and 5 days a week I'll have 2 meals. No snacking either. And it'll be interesting to see how it goes. I reckon I'll be fine with it. I tend to be pretty good at just changing stuff up and sticking with it, so I don't think it'll be a problem. I had a lovely full English breakfast this morning, says the architect. I love English breakfast. Absolutely love it. Hash browns, tomatoes, sausages, eggs. So good. Baked beans. Right, that's pretty good. The next question is, what's the material that we put in the middle? Hey? What are we going to put down below our feet? Liger, thank you for gifting a sub to PickPuncher5. Appreciate you doing that, my dude. PickPuncher, be sure to say thanks in chat. And yeah, thank you again, Liger. I normally only eat 1 big meal and a couple of smaller meals or snacks during the day, says Hoodfed Gengar. Have you looked at intermittent fasting or learned about that? Because if you're like good at eating 1 big meal, and then you learn about like why it's good to rest your metabolism or not, it might be worth changing the snacking part of that, you know. I'd say have a look into it if you don't know about it. Breakfast is supposed to be a sandwich with yogurt and flakes, is it? Breakfast is break fast. It means first meal of the day. Blazing Parifium, says Thomas. Let's have a look. Will it look cool as a liquid? Can I like search at liquid or something? You'd expect to see some actual liquids here. Yeah, so we get all the mechanism stuff called liquid. But what about, like, is there a tag maybe? That's it in a tank. That's it as a fluid is probably a good word. I think it's, like, blazing's a pretty good shout, honestly. I think blazing's the way to go. Right, and how is that stuff made again? With the pyrethium dust. That's a different one there. I wonder if that makes a liquid, right? It does as well. Huh. Isn't that the liquid that makes you fly when you touch it or something? Snacks are my weakness, says Who-Fed Gengar. We'll try and work on that. I mean, you don't have to. I'm just suggesting stuff. But like, it is good to fast. Tim Tool Guy, thank you so much for 24 months, 2 years, right there. Appreciate it, my dude. How's the weather up there? Ah ha ha ha. Okay, enough with the lame jokes. We need the magma crucible, and it's actually is it the transposer or something? Well, actually, it's a thermal machine. It is a thermal machine. And I used it a while back, and we should see it as an upgraded machine in here. Or maybe 2 of them. Pulverizer? Resonant. Oh, maybe I could just search resonant. Fluid transposer. Okay, it was called a transposer. So we have that, and then we have that. These are obviously configured to be side by side, I think. Maybe. So now we need the pyro. Let's ask for a lot of that. Yeah, very good. I'll make that. Oh, that scared me for a second. Then it's like, oh no, wait, that's exactly what we wanted. Okay, let's get a chest. Go back to the pyro. Take all of that. It's getting through it. Right, and it'll just do that for a while. I'm a bit worried about it, like the glitchiness, but I think that's because it's all spreading out at the moment. So once it's settled, it should be good. Yeah, there you go. Not bad. I think I'm going to fill it up the whole way. It kind of looks weird seeing just a little bit of that. Dang, what a crazy room, right? I think we're done with a lot of this stuff for now. Still haven't used our copy-paste gadget. Still got to learn that. Right, let's grab the rest of these. Oh yeah, and that wand that I just put back. Will Hermitcraft Season 9 be in Minecraft, says Rockmelter? That is a great question. Do you know what? I think we're going to do it in League of Legends. You know, or maybe Fortnite. Imagine that. Imagine if we did that. We came back and it was like, oh, it's a different game. It's a different game. Yes, I can dock ammo where I can use the exporter and whatnot. We've already got a setup literally for that material that uses the exporter. Oh, we need a few more. Please, sir, a few more. Did we ask it to make another bunch of solar panels? I think we did, didn't we? Oh yeah, and then we devised that it needed a tree farm. Okay. Let me check that I remember that correctly. Yeah. So we want to add that on the side as a reminder that we're going to make a tree farm soon. Cool. And look at this thing. 22 million. Oh my goodness me. Nice. Alright, my friends. We've come to the end of today's stream. I hope you've been entertained and enjoyed it. I want to say, hit that follow button before you head out of here. And also, a massive thanks to everyone who subscribed, resubscribed, donated, and cheered. As always, your support is appreciated. Thank you to all my mods, my patrons, all the peeps gifting subs. Today I'm going to send you over to Jimorian, who's playing Dyson Sphere Project, because I've been like umming and ahhing about playing this game, so I might stick around for a minute and just check it out. Yeah, so let's get that raid going. That's it, peeps. Thank you so much. Take care, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.